We are standing on the banks of the Chesapeake River, on the eastern shore of the Chesapeake Bay. For centuries, this land has been the home to blue herrings, over 2 million migrating Canadian geese, and the oysters and crabs that this region have become famous for. It is also the land with a bloody history of looting and piracy, with pirates plundering the bay. Sam Bellamy, Richard Worley, even the notorious Blackbeard. During the Revolutionary War, the loyalists who lived here clashed with the insurgent pirates. These loyalists came in with every advantage available, and had the backing of the largest empire in the world, but stunningly were defeated with help from the insurgent pirates. This season, we'll pit a tribe of the undefeated against the insurgents and see if history can repeat itself in Survivor Chesapeake, Kings versus Captains. The Kings, people who come to the game with a self-proclaimed target on their back. They have the odds in their favor. They're strong, confident, and bold. They'll be against the Captains. They come to the game with something to prove. They're the self-proclaimed underdogs. They can be chaotic, subversive, and under the radar. No matter what place these castaways come from, they must learn to adapt or they'll be voted out of the tribe. In the end, only one will remain to claim the title of sole survivor. 39 hours, 18 people, 1 survivor. Welcome to Survivor Chesapeake, Kings versus Captains! So this season, we are putting a tribe of the undefeated against the insurgents. So the Kings, they are people who, based on your survey results, are coming into the game with a self-perceived target on their back. Then the Captains come in. They're the self-perceived underdogs. They're coming to the game with maybe a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder. They have something to prove. I've got an envelope here for each of you that has the tribe that you're sorted in.
Quality paper right there.
Matt is the best. And Matt. Great, okay. With that, are you guys ready to find out your tribe?
Yeah!
When you find out your tribe, the Kings are going to be wearing yellow. The Captains are wearing blue. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, let's open them.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's like an actual
buff.
We got one guy. It was just cold.
So what's everyone's name?
Alright.
Like at least to the beginning, like try to.
Yeah.
I see advantages.
1, 2, 3.
Tonight is going to be a quick-paced round. We're going to have a challenge that's going to be individual. It is called Worley's Pirate Code. In the days of the pirates on the bay, ships were actually run very democratically. The captain only served the will of his ship. If the majority wasn't happy with the job that he was doing, he would be kicked off. Richard Worley was known as one of the most successful captains because of the rigorous pirate code that he enacted for his crew. If they broke the code, they had to leave immediately. In this challenge, you will all decipher your own pirate code. There is a phrase over there written in a bunch of symbols. Right here, I got a trifold. When I open it, it's going to be the code of letters and symbols. That phrase has an answer. The first 2 people, 1 person from each tribe, who tells the correct phrase to me, will win the challenge. Tonight, we are having a double tribal council. 2 people will be voted out, 1 person from each tribe. The 2 people who win the challenge will get immunity. Benefit to being the first person is that you win for your tribe's strategy time. The other tribe will follow me right over there to tribal council. This is Richard Morley's pirate code. Survivors ready? Go! Some people have different strategies. Some are running back and forth really quickly. Some people are sitting and studying one board. This game started off smiley. No one seems to be smiley now. Who's going to secure their spot in Komarow's games? So far, a lot of quiet. No one has come up to me yet. Steven wins immunity for the Kings. All the Kings are done. Captains are still going. Captains still can have a winner. Captains will follow me to tribal council. Tess is so close, but there's still a chance for someone to come in. Take a second.
Yeah.
Now, pretty much all the captains are over at the other board.
Can I guess if I guess is that it?
As soon as I hear an answer. Mackenzie's also close.
I figured out the code and then couldn't remember the answer. I even went up to Chris and was like, do I have to tell you the answer, or do you want me to tell you what the code says? I can't do that. Shit.
3 people stuck on the same problem. What's the answer? No.
I got what the meaning of the code was, and then my dumbass couldn't remember what he said, so that was a problem.
We've gotten a whole different story with the captain. People started to get frustrated. No. What did you say?
When everybody started like collaborating on the answer, I had a moment of like, why are we doing this? This doesn't make any sense strategically for like a single one of us here.
A whole new strategy has emerged here.
Okay.
Can we all say it?
You can say it. You remember it.
I need a name from somebody. Dale wins immunity for the captains. It was a group effort. Yeah. Get ready meeting at tribal council in a second.
I'm sweaty. Wait, who got it? Steven. Congrats.
Thank you.
So we have time to split up and talk to whoever we need to.
It'll be much. Yeah, wherever you want to sit.
You actually look like a real survivor.
Welcome to tribal council. You're here a little sooner than you probably expected to be. Mackenzie, what was your reaction when you found out that you were on the captain's team?
I think that that's kind of what I expected when you described the 2 tribes. I feel like my main thought coming in here is, I don't know a lot of the other people playing. It definitely feels like people know each other more than I do.
So then, Alan, you're also coming into the game not knowing very many people.
I echo that exactly. Actually, when you described the teams, I was like, I'm a people. I don't even have to open the envelope. That's definitely me.
So all of you pretty much self-identify yourselves as captains. It's a vigorous nod, Tess.
Oh yeah, well I also just generally in my life want to be a pirate. Like I definitely identify with that lifestyle, so I was pretty excited to be a captain.
So now let's get to the challenge. Dale, so you won the challenge. It looked to me like the group sent you over. Is that what happened?
Yes. I was shocked because it kind of just came out of my mouth and then I was like, oh shit, someone's just going to go walk over there and tell you. And then they were like, no, you. And so that was really nice.
Did anybody tell Dale to come over to me?
I thought I heard
Did
Tess
somebody
say it.
Yeah, well Dale was the only one who remembered who had the pirate code.
We all kind of went
She
like.
had the answer. So you all decided to, even though you all then knew the answer, to let Dale win.
The pirates were actually really good at working together in the end, which I think is also part of the underdog story. So for me, when I heard that the theme was kings and pirates, I assumed it was people that want to play a solo game and that people who know that the rest of the team is really important.
You see this as the team building tribe.
I think if you're underdogs, that's how you have to play it, right? If we're an underdog, then we're not going to win by ourselves. We have to lean on people around you.
So then going into the vote tonight, where you're trying to be like a team strong tribe, how are you going to vote tonight?
tonight is just chaos, truly. I mean, like, there's no time to talk, there's no time to really get to know one another, so it's like, I don't know, whoever throws out a name, we'll see what happens.
Matt, have you heard any names?
I've heard a couple different names from different people.
Do you know who you're voting for?
No.
Rachel, do you know who your vote's going to be for?
At this point, no.
Seems like a pretty live group of people. So now we're about to go vote. You are voting someone out. They are not out of the game. They will be going to the other tribe. That's the decision you're making tonight, okay?
I'm excited to work with a lot of people on my tribe, and I feel like this person would be a contestant who'd be more of a follower, which at this moment I don't like because I think they could be like easily swayed to like align with someone else. That's my vote.
I've only talked to a couple people behind the scenes, and so my kind of strategy is being loyal to those people. I'm gonna vote for Lexi.
I think this person is kind of the ringleader. Lexi.
That was chaotic. I think my tribe is generally a lot more relaxed than I am about the game. And I don't know everybody's name right now. But Rachel came up to me and said to vote Lexi. But Maddie said not to. Unfortunately, I asked Maddie who she thought I should vote for, and she had no answer for me. So.
Lexi actually came up to me like right after the challenge and just said Matt's name. Now that we know that the team member is just getting sent to the other team, it's like, okay, which team member do I talk with the least? Like, who can help me the least? I'm just gonna go with Lexi's suggestion. It's nothing personal, I haven't talked to you in years.
Oh, my heart's pounding.
You think your heart's pounding?
Once the votes are read, decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote. Matt. You got one vote, Matt. Chris. One vote, Chris. One vote, Matt. Lexi. One vote, Lexi. One vote, Chris. One vote, Matt. Rachel. We're tied. One vote. Lexi. You got 2 votes, Lexi. Matt. You got 2 votes, Matt. Lexi. There's 3 votes, Lexi. Matt. 3 votes, Matt. 3 votes, Lexi. 1 vote left. The first person voted out who will be joining the King's tribe. Matt. I need you to go ahead and follow Melissa.
So I'm not really sure what to say. I guess I'm no longer Team Blue. A little surprised that there were 4 votes for me, because all of us didn't get it, so I'm not sure what I did differently. But I guess I'm a king and not a captain, so I ceremoniously resigned from, well, so.
Double tribal. What? I'm gonna be myself.
I just want to I want to have a powwow of
I know.
just 3 or 4 people saying let's all vote for that, and then we good.
That would be easy.
We just need 5.
That would be easy. We just need 5.
We're leaning towards Rebecca, but I just haven't heard people locking their answers, and that makes me kind of nervous for me. I've heard so many different names, and but nothing has been hey, let's vote for this person.
Yeah.
It's all been hey, I heard so and so's name, or hey, what about this person?
Yeah.
But nothing we've got a group together and we're all good on this person.
Yeah.
My mind's going like this.
My strategy was to keep all the strong people together, and so I threw to Jill a winner's alliance with me, her, Eric, and Steven. I don't know if she trusts me on that. In fact, I don't think she does. So I was pushing Rebecca because I wanted to get somebody that wasn't Hannah and Sean.
Somebody just came up to me, not even after the game ended, and said 2 names, and I'm like, that feels a little bit off to me, as if you want me to get those people in my head right away, so that and they want to vote me out or something. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking because it's the first name.
Was it any of us?
What?
Was it any of us?
The 2 names?
Yeah.
Sorry, Rebecca, you're gonna fucking hate me again, but I don't trust you. Dory, that's shady. That's shady. 2 seconds after, they didn't even finish yet, and you tell people names. You tell me names to vote for. That's so shady. It's kind of hard on the Kings team because all these people have reputations that they're coming in with. And so at this point, we don't really know how those reputations are going to collide. And since we don't have a super long time to decide, it's all just kind of coming in at once. But there are some names being tossed around, and I'm just trying to stay afloat.
But Jillian threw out Rebecca's name, so we should tell Rebecca that let her know so she's not surprised when she gets up that it was Jillian. So that's why.
I lied and told Taylor that Jill threw out Rebecca's name. She didn't. It was me.
People are going home tonight. That's so sad. That's so sad. You played one game, not even with other people. It was by yourself. You ran around looking at boards, and then you gotta go home.
Yeah.
Hannah, Taylor, and I, Laura, Dana, and all three, we are stringing along Eric and Sean to be our cluster of fives, and we're gonna strong voting block. We haven't named an alliance yet, but this is us. This is us. That's them. They did all come in, so that's awkward.
You heard it here first, folks.
What can I say? Don't mess with royalty.
Man, it's starving.
As soon as she told me Nora, I told Rebecca because I was like, you should know. You should know. I think she'd be a good ally because she's like, just kind of like, she's not really playing the game as much as everybody else. We need five.
We need five.
Rebecca. Nora. Steven is I'm going to talk to Taylor right now. Taylor's the only person who I'm like, cool, we're working together because then if we're gonna vote, Emily, no. Do you know what Nora's doing?
Nora said that she heard her name pronounced. She said that she was confused because you and Emily were telling her different stories.
I'd just be interested to hear what Emily told
Oh,
Nora,
yeah.
because Emily literally came up to me and said Nora or Rebecca before the game ended. So if she's telling Nora a different story,
It is.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, bye.
There's already drama stirring up. It's like I'm hearing two different truths right now. Emily's saying that Jill, before the blue team even finished their challenge, said my name. Was like, Nora. You know, it's kind of like cat and mouse because Emily's saying, no, Jill said that. You know, so I don't know what the truth is, but someone threw my name out before the challenge was even a wrap. So we have a snake already. I think everyone's snakes. I think the whole team is snakes. From out the gate, sneaky and conniving, everyone's whispering in corners, like one-on-one.
Survivor. It's back, baby.
I'm so mad. Apparently, Dornick told Nora the opposite of what happened. She said that I threw Nora's name out, which is not true. Now I'm voting for Dornick because you're spreading some shit. If we have Steven, Taylor, Rebecca, hopefully Nora, hopefully Sean, then we have much party and she's gone and she can stop putting words in my mouth and stop lying. I literally just became like very influential in that first move because I was definitely the one to just organize everyone to vote for Emily. Super was not trying to come in making big moves. I'm here to bounce along, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me that I just did that. If it does, that's okay too. I'll sit on the dock tomorrow morning.
Welcome to your first tribal council. Congratulations, Stephen.
Yes, give me that time.
Walk me through how you approached that challenge and how you came up with the answer.
I looked at the letters first, and I knew Wheel of Fortune uses RST, L, and E, so I was like, try to remember as many of those as you can.
And you just remembered the name, because the captains had trouble.
It was a good story. I was like, okay.
Hannah, you are coming to this tribe knowing not very many people. What is your approach?
I think kind of a benefit of coming in without knowing anyone is that you then get to know everyone and don't have any preconceptions.
Sean, how did you feel when you were put on this tribe?
Honestly, I was kind of a little flattered, but also
So do you think that you would fit better on the captains?
For sure, yeah. I mean,
has that affected your relationship with this group in this first round?
I don't think so. I think it's kind of like a fish out of water scenario where it's just like things are happening around you and you're just like, okay, I don't want to be like voted out immediately. Like I'm not used to this. Some people here have played before. Most people here know each other. So it's like when names are getting thrown around, I'm like, all right, sorry, who's that again? I have to put like a face to it before even getting into like the game, right? Like these people know how people play and how people do that sort of thing.
Taylor, you come into the game not having ever played one of our games before, but you have real-world Survivor experience. So how has that affected how you're coming into this?
Snaps.
What I was saying driving down here, I was like, I don't think I've really processed yet that I'm playing it because I'm so used to not having stake in the game. Like, I set up a camera, I watch what happens, like, I maybe have a favorite that I'll root for, but like it doesn't affect me. So to be in the middle of something where I'm actually having to make cognitive decisions really quickly is a little overwhelming.
Rebecca, you've played a couple times before. The last time you played, the pace of the game was very quick. It was very much like this round. Do you feel nervous about tonight's vote?
I mean, I don't know, because I'm coming in, I've played before, but I'm also someone who hasn't been spent a lot of time with Survivor outside of playing these games, and so I still feel very much like a newcomer to playing Survivor.
Jillian, as a previous winner of the game, how are you approaching who you're going to vote?
I am voting, thinking about the future of this team, voting for somebody who I don't think will aid in the success of the Kings. If that answers your question, Jeff.
With that, it's time to vote. Before we vote, you're not voting somebody out of the game tonight. You are voting somebody out of your tribe. That person will join the captain's tribe in the morning.
What a twist.
Girl, already? Are you kidding me? Here's the thing, it was gonna be Rebecca, but then everyone was so upset because apparently Emily Dwornik told multiple different people, multiple other people's names to vote for. And so now she's just like this chaos agent running around, putting her little fingers in people's mouths. I don't know how she did that.
This was chaos getting up to this moment. I mean, aggressive, like we were post-merge, fighting for our lives.
So based on what you just said in Tribal, which was a rookie mistake, by the way, I know that you are not interested in working with me, even though it's better for your game. So, Godspeed. Hope they don't eat you alive as the only winner on the other tribe.
The person I am voting for put words in my mouth. They lied to somebody and said that I put their name out there. I did not put their name out there. So, if you're gonna be a little liar, you're going to the other team. We don't need liars on our team. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
This is a game time decision. Completely game time decision.
Once the vote's read, decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Emily. Got one vote, Emily. Jillian. One vote, Jillian. One vote, Emily. Emily. 2 votes, Emily. Emily. That's 3 votes, Emily. 1 vote, Jillian. Jillian. Got 2 votes, Jillian. 3 votes, Emily. Jillian. We're tied up. 3 votes, Jillian. 3 votes, Emily. Emily. 4 votes, Emily. 3 votes, Jillian. Jillian. We're tied up. 4 votes, Jillian.
Thanks, guys.
And the first person voted out of the King's tribe that will be going to the Captain's tribe is Jillian. Will be joining the Captains. Let's go over with Melissa.
Well, first of all, to the 2 people that spelled my name wrong, thank you so much. I am so pissed. I thought I could trust people on my team and trust in what they were saying, but I guess not. What irks me is somebody blatantly lied to my face, and I was honest with people and told them that they lied to my face, and then you all vote me out. So you still have a liar on your team. I'm gonna go join the other team, and I'm gonna kick butt and fight for myself and not trust anyone, I guess. So, yeah.